Hi, everyone. This is Michelle, and this is my final project of my instructional design and technology master's degree. I will graduate on May 2nd. And when I started this degree, I was transitioning out of my first career. The transition took a few years, and I did not know what career number two would look like. And it has taken me the course of this program to rediscover who I am, decide what career I want to have, and take the steps to get there. This final assignment, a leadership interview, is a perfect way to close my own chapter of self discovery. As I am transforming into a new career, what a better opportunity than to interview someone who is a transformational leader. This person who I get to share with you today is my sister, Christine Gunther. And here we are on a road trip we took a few years ago. And those are brownies I made, and they're very wholesome and nutritious and delicious. I interviewed Christine on the phone on Sunday, March 30th, 2025 at 2 p.m. The interview lasted approximately 60 minutes, and Christine was in her home in Oregon and I in mine in Michigan. There is a 3 hour time difference, so it was approximately 11 a.m. Oregon time. Here is a sample of my interview notes, just a small sample. They were about 11 pages because I was transcribing while we were talking. Christine is the clinical nutrition manager at St. Anthony's Hospital in Pendleton, Oregon. She is a registered dietitian, a certified Life Steps leader, and a certified MOSA fitness instructor. She works with people to help them transform their life through behavior modification and redesigned eating habits. In this interview, I focused on the instructional design aspect of her career as an instructor and a consultant. Let's summarize the interview. Christine never would have thought of herself as a leader 20 years ago, but she became one part from practice and part from having great role models. At the beginning of her career, she had a mentor. Her name was Vicki Salisbury, and Vicki took Christine under her wing and helped her grow into the knowledge and confidence to become the clinical dietitian she is today. Christine actually picked a job in Oregon when she was only 5 years into her career, and she credits Vicki and her influence for giving her the confidence to be able to take that big leap. She knew nobody out in Pendleton, but she was confident in her ability to do her job. So go, Vicki. She referenced there is a lot of misinformation about nutrition out there, especially on the internet. When clients read it, they get confused. So this person says this person says that. What am I supposed to do? So Christine knows the value of taking an individualized approach to each client. She referenced that people need more than just 1 or 2 hours. They need more time and more guidance. And nutrition is not a one size fits all. This is also why she became a Life Steps leader. Life Steps is a program of personalized lifestyle change to behavior modification. And when she teaches her classes, she emphasizes knowing the material and being prepared. When she works with her clients, she takes a democratic approach, one of teamwork and a shared vision. She helps her clients understand how to fuel their bodies, what to eat, when, and why, but they need to give input and know themselves and what's going to work for them, Christine said. One success story Christine shared is of a client who was self-motivated to make a change in life, but she didn't have the knowledge. The breakthrough came when they discussed the food groups in the Life Steps class, and once she learned what to eat and how to eat what, things clicked. Over the course of 1 year, Christine's client and friend lost 70 pounds. You go, girl. That's a huge celebration of transformation. Now let's compare. Christine's leadership experience can be summed up by Katz's and Posner's approach to transformational leadership. This model includes 5 practices to transformational leadership, and this resonates with Christine's experience because Katz's and Posner emphasize you don't have to be born a transformational leader. You can become one by these 5 practices. Let's look at Christine's experience and break this down. How Christine models the way. She practices what she preaches. She exercises regularly, eats a balanced diet, and still makes time for fun. Inspire a shared vision. She helps the individuals connect to an inspired vision of the person they want to become. She does this by listening to their dreams and shows them how to achieve it. Challenge the process. Christine mentioned another mentor of hers who is a fitness instructor and a vice president of programming of the group that she belongs to. And she has such a way of connecting with people and helping them to make small changes one step at a time. She says that if they're only walking, the fitness instructor will say, just hop, take one jump. And if you don't like it, you can go back to walking. And it's these small steps that Kouzes and Posner say are instrumental when you challenge the process and confront the status quo. And that's what Christine's Life Step program does too, is it's broken down into 16 small steps. So she's living what she wants to live out to have transformation by taking these small steps, one small meal at a time to make a change. And number 4, enabling others to act. Christine does this by presenting information in a way the clients understand and gives them space to choose for themselves how to proceed. And finally, encourage the heart. Christine creates a community. She creates a community spirit in her classes. Every Halloween, she dresses up. And then the students in her class dress up too. And she often has different costumes, one that she wears at the hospital and the other that she wears in her fitness classes. And this just helps people to feel comfortable and calm around her. They know that she's approachable, just like Vicky was when she had Vicky as a role model. And that encourages people to break through. They feel safe. They can take risks. And now the final discussion. Transformational leaders empower followers and nurture them in change. This is exactly what Christine does. The difference between Christine's experience and that of the materials we studied is that Christine works one-on-one to help individuals transform their lives versus working to transform an organization. And sometimes we need those people in our lives to help us transform into the best versions of ourselves. And Christine is that person to many. And for our perspective, Christine is not in the instructional design field, but she uses instructional design skills in her career as a registered dietitian and health and fitness coach. These are some of the skills that she uses. She uses engaging presentations. She actually mentioned that is very important to her as a leader when she's giving presentations of her classes, talking to her clients, or teaching fitness classes. She says that she wants to have people feel excited to be there. She doesn't like monotone talking. And so she practices that. She uses active listening. She has to if she wants to connect to an inspired vision with her clients. She starts with the end in mind. It's all about goals. She must use assessments and evaluations and feedback and iteration when she's working on designing the eating plans. And so this showed me, her experience gave me the perspective that the skills of instructional design will make me better at whatever career I choose to do, because it will not be in the instructional design field. I want to get into teaching. So they're similar, but it's not instructional design, it's education. But these skills are going to make me better at what I do. And in addition to that, just like Christine had a role model with her perspective and experience, I hope I could be somebody's role model one day too. And my final reflections and takeaways. The biggest chunk of knowledge I took away from Christine's experience is how important knowledge was in her leadership's journey. As a registered dietitian, she had to do the 4-year program, an internship, and pass the National Registered Dietitian exam. And she explained that today, registered dietitians are required to have a master's degree. So the opportunity I have moving forward is to build on the human and conceptual skills I learned and developed in upper management and career number 1, and combine those skills with strong technical knowledge in through degree programs and certification testing for career number 2. It starts with my master's in instructional design and technology, followed by a master's of teaching in special education at Central Michigan University, and passing the Michigan test for teacher certification, as well as the test for cognitive impairment endorsement. I expect to be a certified special education teacher within 3 years from the date of this video. On April 9th, just 2 weeks ago, my sister had the opportunity to start a new journey of her own. After 23 years as a registered dietitian, she was asked to help a neighboring hospital 70 miles away, 75 miles away. They've called on her as a consultant to help transform their nutrition assessments. She never would have thought of herself as a leader when she started her career. And look at her now. My sister's career took her to Oregon, 2,500 miles away from home. Mine has brought me back home to work at the intermediate school district 5 minutes from where we grew up. My sister has been in her career for 23 years and counting, and I am starting over in a brand new profession. Yet there is one thing our stories share in common: transformation is a journey. Thank you.